Devin, are you ready? I'm disappointed in you. Before we get to this, I am disappointed in you. Because last week I tried to say studying the blue printing press, and I was sure that in the edit on the YouTube I would see that. Maybe in purple letters at the end. But I didn't.
What did you see?
I said studying the blue
overruling you, saying the thing, and then putting what I wanted, because you can't define what I'm doing in my game. Try to enter my realm. You stick to your shorts, okay? When it comes to the long form, that's all me.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Architects of Lore, the one and only weekly podcast where two springy cousins sit around, discuss the age-old art of storytelling. And at the end, we're going to come up with another family-friendly classic where we kill the parents. But I'm your host, Zach, a.k.a. Z-Town TV. That's my co-host slash co-cousin, Devin, a.k.a. Devo City. Devin, how you doing this fine evening?
I'm doing fine. Not gonna do that because we are family friendly, and you know, some classics also start with some deaths, Bambi. So don't come at us, don't come at us.
That's what I'm saying. Even our last, let's just get right into it. We got a little listener feedback about our movie idea, going like, "What are you guys on? It's a family friendly movie, and then the parents are just disappeared for a month." It's like, you know what? The kids need an impetus to go on an adventure, all right? You go watch any family-friendly movie from the 90s, maybe like the one we just watched. Bad shit happens to the parents, so the kids have to do something. It's a family-friendly film. So there you go.
Yeah, but I guess, you're not being family-friendly when you're talking because you just said bad shit happens. So already not family friendly. So I get the point. Like, we're not the family, the idea might be family friendly, but this is.
That's true. Well, we didn't swear once during the Four Stones creation, so.
I don't think that's true.
I beg to differ. Guess what? I'm not going to swear one time for the rest of this podcast.
Really? I don't think you could do it. I don't think you got it in you.
Either. I don't think I can either. I'm really leaning on a crux that I heard one time, is that the amount that you swear is correlated to how intelligent you are. And I've just been leaning on that. So
you swear more, you're least intelligent? Is that why you swear so much?
No, the more that it's in your vocabulary, then it equates higher intelligence.
I don't know about that. I've seen some unintelligent people who curse quite often.
Well, I mean, it also depends on the quality of cursing. If you're using just quality burns, quality comebacks, really mixing up the vocabulary with the curse word, and also not doing anything really diabolical. We're not out here saying horrible words against particular people. We're just using the standard, the F, the S, the A, the B, in creative ways. It's a creative podcast. Also, I haven't sworn since you told me that I swore that one time. Legitimately didn't.
You didn't realize.
No, I didn't. Not at all.
You didn't realize at all. And I'm like,
hey, you're editing this. I want you to bleep out the first one and then only bleep out if I accidentally do it the rest of this. I'm really going to try not to, because I'm going to really try.
It seems like it's going to be a lot of work for me, because it's going to be a lot of bleeps.
It could only be one.
Bleeps.
It could only be one.
We'll see. Right now, I think it's already at 2, but we'll see.
What's the other one?
I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. You just slip it in so well that I feel like I might have,
Yeah, I might have. I want all of you out there to count the bleeps, and if I get over 10 bleeps, and they gotta be real bleeps, Devin. Don't be putting in bleeps that I don't actually swear. If there's 10 real bleeps,
I didn't even come up with that idea until now. I didn't even have that thought in my head. You gave that to me.
But I know you, and you're gonna edit this part. You're gonna listen to what I'm about to say, and you're gonna just put bleeps in later in the episode. But if there's 10 real bleeps, I will treat the listener who tells me that I swear too much to dinner.
I was going to say take Paddington 2 off the lore list. Put some real stakes on it.
You're really trying to get me to swear. Really
Put some real stakes on it. I'm just saying.
Fine. If I swear 9 more times in this podcast episode, Paddington 2 comes down until we actually review it.
Oh, that sounds like a real nice deal.
This is going to be hard. Especially like later on when we're coming up with a movie idea, because when I start going in my mind, I just start saying like effing, F, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's going to happen. I'm not going to see. I'm going to at least do at least one more, probably.
We'll see.
Okay.
How's your week been? How's your St. Patrick's Day?
St. Patrick's Day. Oh, I went over to my nephew was born on St. Patrick's Day. Happy birthday, J-Dog. So I went over to his house for a birthday party. I got him a putting green and a little foam putting balls. I did, when I was over there and he opened it up, I did make a mention to my brother and sister-in-law that I thought that I was just buying my brother a gift at this point. But then all the kids used it. They used it for like 30 straight minutes. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, if Adam gets a little bit of use out of it, I'll be okay. As long as the kids are playing. Okay?
Someone has to teach him how to putt, so he has to use it.
Jordan
you don't want them to just be going in with like not knowing how to putt, and then it's not, bad muscle memory from the start. Come on.
No, you're right. But also, could I sign up for that? I'm trying to learn how to putt over here. You know what I mean? Probably remember guests coming up.
Got to go back in time, I guess. I played golf on St. Patrick's Day, but also I embraced that it was St. Patrick's Day. So, yeah, we didn't do so great. Did not do so great. Played golf again. Had a couple of pars to start out with, which is real nice. And then just fell off.
Par 3 or regular?
Regular.
Nice.
And decent.
Sub 110?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because before when you did not great, it was like, I don't know. I threw out the scorecard.
Yeah, no, not great now is like 104.
That's
got
good.
like a 48 on the front and then 56 on the back, I guess.
Be still my heart. Is my member guest partner gonna bring it this summer?
I'm getting better, and I do play so much better with better players. So hopefully you bring it, then I'll bring it.
What you're saying now is that if you do bad at the Pompeii Good for Guests, it's my fault because I haven't gotten good enough to make you better?
Maybe.
All right. Fair.
I'm just saying,
you know what?
I play up to my competition, and I also play down to my competition. I just like to make it fair and even for the people,
That's fair. That is fair. I did get several. So we're putting on YouTube Shorts, people. If you haven't checked it out, please go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, check out the shorts. They're coming out basically every day. And the one that I posted...
Things that are drawing people to our channel. That's the thing that's bringing in the most right now. They're doing well.
Yeah, so far. We're just trying to put little funny videos out there for you. So open up
and you had a great
YouTube
loop come out today. Fantastic loop.
Thank you. The one that I put on the shorts today was the golf one. And I sent that one out to a couple of friends. And the responses were pretty hilarious.
The golf what? The golf one what?
The one where you talk about how, you hit a beautiful drive straight down the middle, long and far. Great connection with my 7-iron. Hit the side of the green on a hill, right into the water. So I tripled the first one. I love that video.
It's what happened, man. I hit 2 really nice shots. The second one just went in the water, and then, triple.
I sent that one to my friends. Nate, who is a loyal listener. Nate, glad to have you here at Architects of Lore. Listen to full episodes now. Appreciate that. And he was just like, this was hilarious. Devin over here with a smooth 109. Pompeii member guest, here we come. And then Kara, his wife, hopefully a new Architects Allure loyal listener, because she's been commenting and laughing at all the TikToks and shorts that I've been sending out. And she's like, you guys are focusing on the wrong thing. Because Devin is bringing the vibes, and the vibes are high right now. I was like, you know what? She's right. She's right.
I also have an idea for the Pompeii member guest. We stack the field with cross hits. Nate, I got you a teammate. His name is Michael. He is a scratch golfer.
Is he really?
He's really good. You should play golf with him.
I told him I want to get him out. I don't think I've actually played golf with Michael.
Yeah, because he'd beat you. Put you in your place.
I honestly, I don't think I've ever played with him. So
scratch.
Okay, good. Are you? Nate already has a member guest partner, by the way, or else I would have.
I'm just saying we need to feed the field with cross hits. So, like, let's get Michael on a team.
When I'm out there and people are like, I need a member guest partner, I'll be like, I know somebody. And then the day of the match comes, and I switch Michael onto my team.
And then I win. And I'm the cross it on tap. There can only be one.
That's not true. There's two. But yeah, so my week's been good. Had some good corned beef and cabbage. Nice, good, just homely. Not homely, that's not the right word.
Homey?
Just homey meal, because I'm definitely 600% Irish. So.
If you believe our grandfather.
No. Actually, comment below, people, on anywhere that you see this.
If your grandfather also lied about being 100% Irish, opened multiple Irish restaurants, bars, and hotels, and based his entire personality off of probably a fallacy, comment below.
I wasn't going to go there, but please do. We got more in common, and I'd like to talk to you. But I was going to say, at what point are you just American? Because my family's been here for 300 years. So, am I just American at this point? Mostly, I say
the world sees us as Americans. We're American.
I don't know what I am, people. It's like a
where's your passport
of all
from?
Of Europe. No, I'm saying, like, what's my heritage, Devin? Where am I from? I'm from America.
America.
Okay? America. Look at me. All the little kids that I know are watching right now, if you get a project in school and they're like, where's your family from? You put down America.
That's what my dad said to me. That's what Zach's dad said to him.
And that's
it was the
right.
same project. It was 5th grade social studies at St. Matt's. We had to do a heritage poster.
Where's your family from? We're from America. What kind of question is this? All right, well, comment below. Lupin.
Happy spring. And if you're in the central New York area, be sure to check out Chestnut Creek Farm. Loyal listeners, they got a great harvest subscription box that you can get your hands on. Check them out on Instagram at Chestnut Creek Farm.
I'm sorry, I talked right in the middle of that. You want to get a clean one so we can throw that up?
I mean, we've been paid for this.
Go ahead. I'll put this up.
Make sure you check out Chestnut Creek Farm. Fresh, local, organic. They got a great harvest box subscription. Check it out at their Instagram at Chestnut Creek Farm. Also, they got merch. Sweet hoodies and t-shirts. Yeah.
I didn't get any merch. Gotta go get some myself. Some merch. Pick up
what do you mean?
Some buttered head. I said get myself, which means either rob.
Oh, you're looking for some free merch handouts.
Well, I mean, we're supposed to be getting paid for that shout out. So
yeah, they don't know about that yet. I'm kind of gonna do like a
retroactive shout out, baby.
Yeah. So I don't have to put it on YouTube that it was an actual advertising. I could just say, like, nah, that was a gag. But if they wanna like throw some merch our way, we wear it on the show. Maybe throw some lettuce in there.
If you send me a hoodie and a sweet trucker hat, I'll wear it on the show. Straight up, I will.
I feel like they will. You just have to pay for it first.
See, there's that whole payment.
Yeah. So have you seen any new movies? It's not, because we are a movie podcast.
Are we? Because if you look at our TikToks, the ones that get the most likes are golf related.
Well, golf's hot right now.
Golf is so hot right now. I haven't seen any movies lately. I am watching this new show on Netflix called House of Ninjas. Have you seen anything about that?
No, Netflix, like, for some reason wants to log me out and say I'm not part of my network. So,
fair.
Yeah, we're having some feuds, Netflix and I right now.
So it's a limited series, 8 episodes that came out just on Netflix, and I'm like on episode 6 right now. It's way more of like a family drama thriller whodunit, but there's some really cool action scenes. So far, I would recommend. We'll see how. Maybe tune in next week to get my full series review.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, like, have you seen the trailer for The Acolyte?
Yeah, it looks fucking. Damn it! That's 2 more. It's 2 more.
Oh, you counting "damn it" as a swear?
Are we not? Can we not? I
don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it's not really.
I don't know. FCC, I think you can say "damn it," but I'm not positive.
I feel like I've already snuck in a couple more swear words in between, too, because I forgot 100% completely about that. So Paddington 2, but you might be going down. But the Acolyte trailer actually looks really cool.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't? It actually
no, I'm just curious really cool. If you did.
Why don't you pop it on over on your YouTube right now and do a little live reacts?
Nah, we got to keep this tight.
All right, well, let's move on to everybody's second favorite part of the show, and that's the
movie game. Movie game.
Devin, last week's movie game question, which is a sweet loop right now. Go watch it on TikTok. Go watch it on Instagram Reels. It will be up on YouTube Shorts tomorrow. And by tomorrow, I mean probably 6 days ago as you're watching this right now. That, of course, was an Earth girl befriends a mute yellow space robot with the ability to transform itself into a gigantic, slobbering Saint Bernard. That answer, Devin, of course, was
Bumblebee Beethoven. Bumblebee Beethoven.
That is correct, Devin. You're just getting better and better at these movie questions.
You know who stars in Bumblebee? J17's girlfriend. Go Bills.
Oh, Haley Steinfeld. I was like, who are you talking about? Is the voice actress of Bumblebee? Okay, I got it. John Cena? Are they still dating?
Yeah, go Bills.
All right, go Bills. Devin, are you ready for your movie game question? Because that wasn't awkward at all.
So Syracuse didn't make March Madness?
Are you serious right now?
Rude. I was filling out my bracket, and I was like, where's Syracuse? What, they going to the NIT?
No, because like 3 of their players are transferring, so they were like, we don't want to do it.
They're not even doing anything?
They're not doing anything. They declined the invitation to the NIT. Because apparently, for some reason, the transfer portal opens up way too soon. It should be after all the tournaments.
I agree.
So all these players were like, we're going to transfer anyway, so we don't want to play in the NIT. There it is. Yeah. So are you ready for your movie game question of the week?
I guess so.
Devo City. All right, here we go. The non-violent spiritual leader that ushered in an independent India infiltrates a Boston crime syndicate to flush out a rat nestled deep in the police department.
Gandhi parted.
That is correct, Evan. Very well done. That's not cool,
Gandhi
dude.
and
You can't
departed.
swear either.
That was never part of the deal.
If you swear, I'm dropping Surf Ninjas from the list.
We watch Surf Ninjas, and you know you can't take it off the lore list after it's been. And the funny thing about Surf Ninjas is I shut you a great talk about Surf Ninjas. People in the comments, I love this movie. Hilarious movie.
No one in the comments said that. No one in the comments said that.
Of the video? Yeah, it is. Go look at the video. And then I said, you know it's a good movie, and then you like that. So, you agree.
Did you go on Architects of Lore just to like your own message to the Architects of Lore TikTok?
Maybe, but it could have been you. Could have been you. Who knows?
Right, it could have been me. Who knows? At this point, who knows? Are you gonna give me my question or what's up?
Oh, I saw your Storm of Swords book. You know, there's rumor that he's done with Winds of Winter.
That's not Storm of Swords, but that's cool. This is The Storm Before the Storm. It's about the Roman Republic before they descended into anarchy by Mike Duncan, who hosts a great podcast called The History of Rome, and you should listen to it.
Definitely a millennial. How many times a day do you think about the Roman Empire? All right.
Probably six times.
Johnny Depp cares for his obese mama and younger DiCaprio bro after losing their farm to the ravages of the Great Depression.
Why did you give me that look when you said DiCaprio, bro?
Because it's like got like it's like, I don't know. They wanted that look when I said it. So
I got it. Okay. I'm sorry. I got distracted by DiCaprio, bro. What was the second part of that question?
Johnny Depp cares for his obese mama and younger DiCaprio bro after losing their farm to the ravages of the Great Depression.
Is that a movie? I know it's a book. What's Eating Gilbert Grapes of Wrath?
Yeah, it came out in 1940, Grapes of Wrath.
I honestly did not know that was a movie. I just knew that there was a Grapes of Wrath book, and I was like, this fits. Cool. 1940s movie. Maybe we'll check it out and put it on the lore list. We won't. We will not. We won't do that.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
But Devin, are you ready for...
To listen to you read the audience question? Yeah, I am. I'm good. I'm ready. Go ahead.
Audience, this is your movie game question of the week. A genius youth teams up with his deceased brother inflatable medbot, lovingly named Long Duck Dong. Audience, your movie game question again for the week is: a genius youth teams up with his deceased brother's inflatable medbot, lovingly named Luke Duck Dong. All right, well, let's learn what a family-friendly movie really is in studying the blueprints. The Lion King, what a great movie. Have you heard of this before this week? This is a great movie.
My choice, The Lion King. Basically, have you ever heard of Hamlet? Lions and Hamlet. It is a musical version of Hamlet. I'm not even joking about that.
I know, but I'd never thought about that. And it's 100% true. And I was like, I can't believe I never connected those two dots. Have you ever heard of
The
Hamlet?
sequel is a retelling.
Hamlet.
The sequel is Lions, Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, isn't that the one where his daughter falls in love with Scar's son or something like that?
It's not technically Scar's son. I don't think they say it's Scar's son, but it is. He is part of the pack of lions who were outcast when Scar died. So they're called the Outlanders or the Pride Landers.
I don't honestly know if I ever watched that. I know for a fact that I never watched Lion King 1.5.
1.5, yeah, I watched that, and it's basically Timon and Pumbaa saying what they did in the background of when they weren't in the movie. So,
okay,
it's fine. They got a QVC commercial in it.
Sorry to get you off track. Go ahead, please explain to the audience if they've never seen The Lion King what it's all about. Hamlet and lions.
So Mufasa is King of the Jungle, of the Pride Rock. All right, let me start that over. Mufasa is the king of Pride Rock. Him and his wife have a son named Simba. Simba is going to be the king one day. I just can't wait to be king. But his uncle, who is no longer the heir, Scar, tries to kill Simba using the hyenas. And then when that doesn't work, he's like, we're going to kill Mufasa and Simba. And he causes a stampede, and puts Simba in danger. Mufasa saves him. But when Mufasa climbs up, instead of saving him, Scar throws him to his death. Blames Simba, tells him to run away, tells his hyena henchmen to go kill him. They can't. So he gets away, where he meets up with Timon and Pumbaa, who tell him, it means no worries for the rest of your days. Hakuna Matata. Grows up. Meanwhile, Scar has allowed the hyenas to overhunt the Pride Lands. Everyone's starving. Nala goes on a journey. She tries to kill Pumbaa. Simba stops her. Nala and Simba fight. Nala pins Simba. And then Simba's like, Nala? And they're both grown. Oh my God, you're king. You should come home. He's like, I'm not king. I'm not king. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not, what? I am what I am now. Rafiki, meanwhile, who is basically a prophet monkey kung fu guy, shows him that the king is inside of him, Mufasa's inside of him, and he's forgotten who he was and forgotten his father, because if he remembers who he was, he wouldn't forget his father. And then he goes back to the Pride Lands with the help of Nala, the other lioness, Timon and Pumbaa. They distract some hyenas. He takes down Scar, gives him a chance to run away. Scar tries to pull a dirty one by throwing some fire in his eyes, and then Simba beats him up and then leaves him to the hyenas, who kill him. And then the Pride Land, it starts raining. The circle of life. From death comes life. All the animals return. Simba and Nala get married and have their kid, which I don't think the name's revealed until the second movie, but that's the Lion King. It is time.
You follow Rafiki. He show you the way.
Yeah, so that's probably the best animated movie of all time. Hand-drawn animation, great story, great music, great musical. You have Hans Zimmer, you have Elton John. Come on.
I don't know if it's the greatest animated movie of all time, but I can't think of a better one right now, so we'll have to go with it for now. It does have probably the coolest opening that I've ever seen. Like, they do the whole song, like they set up the players, they do everything well, and then it's just like jump cut drop in music to just the Lion King. Black background, red lettering, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." That was pretty cool.
Opening scene, I get a little shivers when that music starts playing, and and then you see the animals and all the different. Ooh, such a good.
And then Rafiki comes up and he hugs Mufasa. It's gonna be callback at the end of the movie, but the main gripe I have with this movie, because there is a gripe.
What? That's not how brother lions act, and they're more of like a team. But
okay. So the main gripe I have with this movie, well, two things. One, I just feel bad for little Simba because he's just trying to be friends with his uncle, and his uncle.
Yeah, and his uncle's just manipulating him.
Jeremy Irons and Scar, amazing. Deep resonating voice, can play as adults watching this. You're he's clearly manipulating this kid, but it's not too overt where the kid knows it. But the actual gripe that I have, and I understand there's no story if this happens, so I can understand why it isn't. Nala beats Simba every time that they fight. Why didn't Nala just take down Scar? Every time.
Yeah. I mean, I think
they
that's
were
because
just kids?
Simba was never really taught how to fight, because he doesn't do a great job fighting, to be honest.
He doesn't.
But
he's just bigger than Scar. That's his advantage. It's just I'm big.
So he was out with Timon and Pumbaa, eating bugs. He wasn't even hunting for prey, and she's been leading hunts, and she's got a lot more, I don't know, physical, because they still need a male lion. That's just
they need a king. They need the return of the king.
anatomy works as well. Like,
do you
in
think
order
this is
to
a
keep it
rip-off
going.
of The Return of the King, The Lord of the Rings?
No, I think this is Hamlet.
No, fair enough.
But like, I feel like they even say it. It's Hamlet. And they wanted to make it more like documentary style. Like, this went through a lot of different rewrites, and then they decided to add music. And the music is just, how many bangers are in this movie?
You hate musicals.
Now, this one, I Can't Wait to Be King, Hakuna Matata, The Lion Sleeps Tonight, The Circle of Life.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Like, come on. Great music.
It is great music. I mean, listen, this movie slaps.
Yeah, I'm
Front to
pretty sure
back.
this is when I realized that my parents weren't going to live forever. Like, I was like, wait, parents can die?
Oh, yeah.
Waterworks at Mufasa dying.
Family-friendly movie. Kids need an impetus to go on a journey. Parents got to go. So,
But it also showed him he was going to always be with him in his heart, you know, watching over from above. I love that scene about the stars. It's like, what are those? They're fireflies. You flew too high up and got stuck. Oh, weird. I always thought they were burning orbs of gas millions of miles away. It's always gas with you, Pumbaa.
that was pretty funny.
What do you think, Lon? You know, and then he's like, it's the ancestors. You're telling me it's a bunch of royal dead guys up there watching over us? Come
That's
on.
the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Nathan Lane. Great voice actor.
Great voice actor. Who plays Simba?
Which version? Because you got JTT, Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
It's okay. You can tell me this one. This is okay. You can tell me. It's Matthew Broderick. Ferris Bueller himself crushed it in this role.
Yeah, but also you got JTT as little Simba. He was amazing.
He was good.
James Earl Jones,
As Mufasa, yeah.
Rowan Atkinson, Whoopi Goldberg, Cheech Marin. Come on.
I think
Hans Zimmer doing music? I already stated it, but like,
I think my favorite part of this movie is just the weird way Rafiki knows that Simba's alive. Simba just falls down
he got it in
once,
the wind.
and then some flower petals come by, and Rafiki just grabs them. He's like, "What's going on?" Throws it in his little thing. Simba?
yeah, he's like a shaman kind of guy.
He's a shaman.
It's pretty
guy.
cool. How much money you think this made? $45 million budget.
Just in theaters or cents?
Box office.
Box office, 1996 or something, right? 95, something like that.
4.
I think it made $375 million.
968.
I was off by a little bit. Just a little bit.
I don't know if that includes the second releasing, but was the highest grossest animated film until Finding Nemo. The second highest grossing film of all time behind Jurassic Park. And the highest grossing traditionally animated film and best-selling film on home video.
I can see that. See, growing up for me, it was always like, were you a Lion King guy or were you an Aladdin guy? And I always had to be contrarian and be an Aladdin guy. Because Aladdin's a great movie.
There's a fight over a Lion King versus Aladdin?
Oh, yeah. When we were growing up at St. Matt's Elementary School, it was what clique are you in?
I remember doing the Aladdin shirt where you take the front of your shirt, put it over your head, and now you look like Aladdin. Boom. Easy costume right there.
Easy costume. But Devin, I mean, I just keep coming back to it. I think what we learned is that family-friendly movies need parents to just get out. Get out of the way. Let the kids go on an adventure.
No, I think you need to learn a lesson, and this was be true to yourself and don't forget your family, and no matter if they leave, they're always going to be there. You know?
They did leave.
Not his mom. Not Nala.
That's true. I think maybe that was the that was the genesis of the comment. So in our next family-friendly movie, the dad's gone, and the mom's
No,
still
we're
there.
not shoeboxing this because you want to prove some point to a listener, okay? We're not making a movie based on spite. We're making a movie on a good idea.
That's who we are, Devin.
No,
we're
no,
crossets.
no.
We do a lot out of spite.
No, never. Never heard of it.
All right, so really the only question is, how high does this movie go on the lore list? Somewhere in here.
If this isn't top 5, we're wrong.
I mean,
That's just
I'm in the top
100% wrong. I know,
right.
but like,
So number 1 on the lore list right now, tenuously, depending on how the rest of this show goes, is Paddington 2, all the way
tied
down,
with Lawrence of Arabia, a movie we actually watched.
all the way down at number 34 on the lore list is a great 1950s Swedish film called The Seventh Seal. If you haven't seen it, please go and watch it. But Devin, where does The Lion King fall? I definitely think above Pirates. I'm just not sure it's above Raiders.
Here's our top 5 right now. Lawrence of Arabia, Shawshank Redemption, Raider of the Lost Ark, and Pirates of the Caribbean with Spirited Away, rounding out the top 5. I'm sorry, but Pirates could run because Lion King walked. You know? I don't know what that means. But
Lion King walked so pirates could run. That's the real phrase.
Well, I said, you know, like,
but that also
without
implies
the
that
Lion King,
Pirates
this
is
made
better.
so much money for Disney.
So much money. But that's my question. I think it's a better movie than Pirates, but I don't know if it's a better movie than Raiders. That's where I'm at. What do you think? I can hear both sides.
Right now, I'm thinking number 1. That's like, you're talking about Raiders of the Lost Ark, but like,
But then people are going to be
Lion
like, you
King.
got 2 kind of animated movies with anthropomorphic animals at the top. Maybe you guys have a thing.
Paddington 2 is not a real member of the lore list. You can't, I don't even look at it when I'm looking at the lore list. I'm looking at Lawrence of Arabia. I'm looking at Shawshank Redemption. I'm looking at Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I'm thinking, do I want to watch The Lion King more than Raiders? I don't know. They're both great movies. Is it a better movie than Shawshank Redemption? It depends, because they're telling different tales. And like one, you can show it to a kid and it's really influential for the rest of their life. And they might get a whole huge thigh tattoo of a lion. Like, I don't know.
That's where that's from?
It's just like, I think that's where lions are from. My favorite animal is from the Lion King.
That's not about anybody in particular. It's not about anybody.
No. I don't know what you're talking about specifically, but if, say, someone really loved the Lion King growing up and lions became their favorite animal, and then, 26 years later decided to get a tattoo of a lion.
You could see where
the
idea started, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
So I might be biased, is what I'm saying as well.
All right. So then we're gonna go with number 4. I don't think I'm watching Raiders of the Lost Ark over The Lion King every day of the week.
All right, you can do it. I won't fight you on this. So the new number 4 on the lore list is The Lion King.
Now it's time to build the lore
In the Writer's Zoo. Okay, so last week we came up with the Architects of Lore original idea, the 4 Stones, which is about
banger poster,
4
by
siblings.
the way. If you guys haven't seen, banger poster.
Banger poster, which is about, oh yeah, we should post those on Instagram as well. I always forget.
I'm only in charge of short form media. So
I feel like a picture is pretty short form. But it also could be 1,000 words.
What if we get another social media?
Come on, that was a great joke.
That was great.
That was great.
What if we get a social media coordinator that posts just the pictures? So you're long form, I'm short form, and then we get one more person who just takes and posts pictures.
We do just need an assistant who just tells us what to do, when to do it.
So more like a boss then?
Yeah.
We need a boss. Yeah.
Any podcast production companies want to like
scoop us up and sign us. We're great guests.
Take care of it.
We're a lot of yes and. Some of us may have linked it in the last video. I didn't look. Did go to ground.
Forgot.
There's still time.
I can go back. I can go back. So
last week we came up with a banger idea with a banger poster called the 4 Stones, and that's where
the
4
Architects of Lore original idea, not the banger idea of the banger idea. You know, like,
but it was a banger
welcome
idea.
to the Banger Podcast, where we come up with bangers from bang to bang, tang, bang. I'm just really trying to push your button and see if I can get you to swear.
No, but shut up. What if we change our name to the Banger Podcast?
I'm pretty sure there already is one. And it's just a review of Bang energy drinks. Today we got unicorn.
So I really didn't mesh well with the lollipop fairy's titties. Didn't like it that much. Really didn't give me that much energy. Titties doesn't count as a swear word. Doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Oh, you're pushing it.
All right, will you tell them what the 4 Stones is about?
All right. The Architects of Lore original idea, the 4 Stones, were a group of 4 siblings living in a village outside of a forbidden mountain go to rescue their parents, who, on a research trip, went up the mountain. It is musical at times. We have a banger song called Up We Go, Up the Mountain, Up We Go. You can go fast. You can go slow. As long as we keep going, up we go.
We didn't work on the lyrics.
We didn't write them down. But it turns out there is a Yeti-like creature inhabitants of multiple community, and that is where their parents are, because they were saved by them after a accident. And now the kids and the parents form a relationship with these people and decide to keep their secret and return to their village, only to be teamed up again in the sequel, The 4 Stones plus 2.
I was going to say...
It's like a Godzilla -1, but just the other way, you know?
Yeah, okay. All right. I was just going to say the 4 Stones, Blood from a Stone, because it's clearly going to be a violent second movie.
All right, so let's come up with an animated... This is our last animated movie of our study. We first came up with Home Sweet Zoo, then Jackson's Hole, and then the 4 Stones. So what do we got for this week? People again? Because we already did 2 animal, 1 person. We could do people. We could do something futuristic.
Pentalon 27?
I mean, okay. But,
all right, let's just think about this. No stress. What connects it all, obviously. What about if we do a story? No, we already did this. I was going to do Drift, Vagabonds, Migrating, but in space. We've already done that one. So, family friendly. What about if we do something in space, but then the space things are anthropomorphic? So, like the comets,
I got it.
Stars, the planets.
No. I'm gonna pull an old Devo City idea off the shelf here for you.
You can't use old ideas.
No. It's not fully fleshed out. It's just an idea, and I'm gonna change it up a little bit. But
if you say this, it's now Architects of Lore property, not Devo City property.
Well, it's Devo City property.
You saying it on the podcast, Architects of Lore.
Devin Crossett and Architects of Lore. So I get double credit. So okay, right. I created the idea. Okay. So if we come up with, I'll still get the created by. Okay.
So
just putting that out there.
Also
right now.
Also me.
Right now.
You can be first.
What?
But also me.
No, you don't get the created by. You can get the developed by.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Like, you know how Rob McElhenney is the creator of Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Glenn Howerton, Rob McElhenney, and Charlie Day are the developers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he's got more money to buy the soccer teams.
So you just out here trying to get more money, just trying to get another byline.
Listen.
I don't
want to
hear it. I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
You're gonna like it. You're gonna
like it.
Letting
it go to your head now.
You're gonna like it.
Fine.
So it is about a gas station in hyperlanes in space and a family who runs a gas station.
This idea.
This is a good idea.
This is the one we talked about before. Okay.
So
we got this family. They're immigrants from Earth. You ever heard of it?
No, not Earth. We don't necessarily be Earth because we could have them being half human, half like other things. And then there's, different spaceships that come in. And these kids kind of like George R.R. Martin, like think about all these adventures that they see when they see these, because they're stuck on this meteor basically that's in one specific place. They live there, their food gets transported in. They never really leave, but they see all these spaceships coming in different types. You have like warships or science explorer ships or cruise ships filled with like blob people who look like the kind of people who are on cruise ships. But, they got like hats and stuff. But, it's kind of like a Bob's Burgers thing is where they're running this gas station, this hyperlane station, and they, can't really go on vacation. So they decide they're going to hitchhike one time on one of these ships.
I was going to say, you understand, like, this isn't a TV series. For the movie, like, they have to go.
Oh, yeah, they have to go. Yes, originally this idea was a TV series, and it was about it was like a spaceship's truck stop. But this is just the starting off launching point. And we have this family of like almost like the Joneses, who your average mixed alien, because you want some tentacles. So are all of them
going, or is it the thing where like the trope where like maybe one of them is like doing like checking out like, oh, this is a really cool spaceship. Like a younger one, they accidentally go, so that why the whole family has to go after them.
I was thinking one was going and the other one was like maybe an older sister is like, well, I'm not going to let you go by yourself.
So it's just the kids.
Yeah.
So then the parents are going to be.
They're going to have like a Home Alone situation where they're freaking out, trying to figure out. And then you're going to have like some space detective come in, like a noir, like Black Star type of thing. Going to be like, let's go over the security footage.
The comments from that one listener. Oh, you're doing another family-friendly film where the parents are separated from the kids?
These are teenagers. They're teenagers. One's 16, one's 18. So there is a legal adult with them. It is going to be it's a coming-of-age story about having to go out on your own. And they want to see what's out there. And they're in these hyper lanes. And it's like that scene from Zootopia where she's on the train and you see the different environments going by her. Mm-hmm. So maybe they're on the hyper lanes and they're like passing different like star cities or planets that like, I don't know, like it could be cool things if they were on a cruise ship or a spaceship viewing cruise ship. I don't know.
Okay, so
give me some feedback here. What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
All right, if it's two sisters, 18, 16-year-old, 16-year-old wants to get out. They've been fighting with mom and dad this whole time. I don't want to stay here. I don't want to be stuck here in this, place. This
like a Luke
life.
Skywalker situation.
So they go. So the 18-year-old goes after them, boards the same ship. Not going to let them go alone, trying to get them off, and then they get stuck, and then they're out there. 16-year-old's over the moon, overjoyed, going to see the solar system now, or the galaxy, whatever is on. So I view it in my head, and I understand I'm not the created by. So here's the development part. I view it in my head is that the story is going to come full circle, where they're going to realize how good they had it at home with a loving family that supports each other. So then the out there needs to be like the universe is worse than you think. It's not this ball of fun that you haven't been able to experience.
Well, it's got to look like it's a ball of fun at first.
Yeah.
It's got to be like a Rumspringer type thing.
Cities like Tokyo, bright neon lights, blues, purples, people in fancy outfits, looking beautiful, spending money.
Hovering around, not using their feet, you know?
It's got to look like a utopia, but then there's that, as soon as you get past that first layer, it's just gilded. It's a gilded society. Right underneath it is just, people hate themselves. They hate each other. Nobody supports each other, looks after each other, except we find some lovable scamps, some vagabonds living in this idyllic city that they go to. They shows them the ropes because they're the real found family over there, and then they bring them back to the Metroid because we had to expand on the Meteor.
Well, I'm wondering if, you have a flipped perspective where the one who wanted to stay, the older one, now after this journey is like, I want to see more, And the younger one who wanted to leave is the one who's like, I have all I need here and I'll bring my friends with me. And then the older one's like, I'm going to go out searching for, because we got to lead to a sequel, So we got.
What about instead of going out searching for something more, the older one sees the error of their ways of wanting to stay there. More like the older one has always been the one that is the helpful one, which is like a trope for older siblings a lot. They're usually the one that's depended on by the parents. They're usually the one that has to help doing things. But maybe this one genuinely likes that. So when they get out there and the older sister sees how bad it is, she goes like, okay, well, I don't want to stay doing gas stuff, even though, no shade to it. I love my family. I love where I grew up. I still want to help. I want to make the universe better.
Yeah, she wants to make the universe like her home. Instead of bringing the universe back to her home, she brings her home to the universe type thing.
There we go. So we got like a Peace Corp type, maybe organization that they run into or whatever. That she's like, by the end of the movie, like, okay, and the younger sister's like, hey, you ready? Last train home. Let's go. I'm excited. And she's like, I think I can do more good here.
Well, I think she gets her home safe. And then, they have that full family reunion. And then they're like, all right, what are you doing? And she's like getting out and she's like, I got to go.
Got to go.
Because you want the parents and the kids to be reunited, the entire family. And then they have
no one has been maimed or killed.
No, they got in a little disagreement because maybe they had the wrong kind of currency, or they got, maybe they got swindled by like a street performer who's doing like a 3-card Monte or something similar, but like a space version, because they could be a little naive, Oh
yeah, they're
because they're basically out in the sticks.
What if we get like a space Aladdin type character that can be a love interest to the 16-year-old one?
Well, is that your lovable scamp?
Yeah, we got a lovable scamp, and because
I see it like on Courtesan where you have the layers, right?
Oh, okay, yep.
Is that not the name of it?
Coruscant.
Coruscant?
I honestly thought you were doing it as like just an homage, like calling the new world Courtesan. You were trying to actually say Coruscant.
Of course, whatever the Star Wars capital planet was. Where you have the multiple, the top layer is nice, and then the lower levels are just junky, and that's where somehow they're running from, either a police force or a angry vendor or, some maybe street mobs who've been modified and now drive around on neon-colored flying motorcycles. Shout out the Mandalorian. Or was that Book of Boba Fett?
What if the neon-colored motorcycles are actually just part of them now? Like they're half Transformer?
I was making fun of the Book of Boba Fett on that one.
But. Yeah, but that'd be pretty cool. So the lovable scamp character
robots
on Courtesan, the planet now is Courtesan. Clearly an Aladdin-type character. Age appropriate for the 16-year-old. He's also like 15, 16 years old. Just been on the street. What type of animal companion? I'm sorry. Does he have an animal companion? And also, what type of cat is his animal companion? Clearly, we have to get an animal companion in here. And I feel like it should be the lovable scamp who has one.
It could be like a loth cat, Maybe make it like almost alien-esque.
6 eyes.
I don't want it to be freaky because you still want it to be cuddly.
You can make something with 6 eyes cuddly.
I don't know. I feel like that's a spider thing.
Remember, this is
where it's
anime.
like the more eyes you get, the less cuddly you become.
All right, what's the optimal amount of eyes that's not 2? Is it 3 or 4? I think 1's freaky. So I think 3 or 4. Maybe 4.
But if you had the one in the middle, it could be kind of cool.
But doesn't that look weird? Maybe.
I don't know. We'd have
Vote on it below, people. 3 or 4 eyes for the Lothcat type character on Courtesan with our lovable scamp.
But I was also thinking it could like get like real. You know how they say cats can get like almost as thin as paper and get under things.
And this one
like
actually,
yeah. So it can like slide under doors, open it up, and
I love it. And it's also like a chameleon type cat, so it can change the color of its fur to match the situation. Yeah. It's a perfect thief.
It's a perfect thief cat, yeah.
Perfect thief cat. But so nice, so kind.
Maybe it has a little pouch too, like a kangaroo.
Yeah.
And you can put like little jewels and stuff in the pouch.
Love it. It's got a pouch, it's got 3 eyes, it can actually be paper, and it can change the color of its fur. We've made the perfect thief cat. Also very intelligent. And like it is in all movies with animals, if the animal doesn't like someone, they're bad. If the animal loves someone, they're good. Doesn't matter what they
So that's how we know that our main characters are good.
Exactly. I have been kicking my camera because there's a tripod underneath. And it's
I can tell. I can tell. All right, so
I feel like I gotta have a couple more to play with, so let's just go with it. It's a fucking dynamite idea. I'm just trying to get real dangerous, real close to the edge.
That's another one.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like now I just want to kind of push it because I want it to be like, just so we got kind of close. But there was a couple that I definitely said earlier in the episode that I do not remember. So,
I know. That's why I'm like, do you know what your number is at right now?
No, I don't.
Because it's like you're shooting them out, but you don't know what number you're on.
Do not. Paddington 2 could be going down. Well, that's the movie. On
let's give some character names. Let's give some places. Like, we will go with Roxanne and Giselle for the 2 sisters.
What about Gemma?
All right, Roxanne and Gemma.
Because they live on a rock, and then one of them. And the other name.
Oh, beautiful.
Gemma.
So Gemma's the older one. Roxanne's the younger, spunky one.
Exactly.
And then we have the city scamp who helps him live in the underground and then shows him the unfairness of the galaxy. And his name is
Haru.
Haru?
H-A-R.
And then we have a con guy who's kind of like the antagonist who's been chasing him because they owe him some space money, and his name is Gibbons.
Okay.
Captain Gibbons.
Captain Gibbons. Yeah, I want him to be affluent. So he's that character that we meet that we think is like, oh my god, this is such a nice character. This is the pinnacle of society, and then he's just evil. Even though he has money, he's just conning people out of their money.
He is a Commodore in like the galaxy's naval army, but secretly a space pirate.
Pirate or just taking bribes from the pirate? You know what I mean?
I think he will attack a ship if he needs to, if he needs to get some cargo.
So in our world, our universe here, pirates are bad.
Yeah, in this version of pirates,
Yeah. There's a lot of movies where pirates are good. Our movie, they're bad. Mean people. We don't like them. They do horrible things that we won't show because it's a family-friendly movie. But it's implied. Right, Deb?
Yeah.
His name's Gibbons. What's the parents' name? Also, what's their subplot? Because they have to have a subplot. They didn't just let them go and they're sitting there just worried about them. They had to like either sent somebody out or went out themselves and just actually shut down I almost said it. Shut down the gas station.
I don't think they can shut down the gas station I think they actually need to stay, but I like them sending someone, and maybe it's like, kind of like a one of their worker guys who's just always been around there.
What about?
But he's like an alien, and he's like almost squid-like.
I understand that, but like, let's take a step back for a second. As a parent, let's think about this logically. You really going to send a squid-like character after your kids? Or would you put the squid-like character in charge of the gas station and go out yourself? Because maybe one of the complaints is they never get to go, and the parents are always like, well, we can't leave this to anybody else. And the kids are always like, you can leave it to one of your employees or the crazy cousin Ed or something like that.
All right, so then the parents have a little adventure about like being able to leave too, and
yeah, that's their subplot to go find the kids. So that obviously, because the most important thing to the parents are the kids, even though the gas station.
But maybe they realize that they're like sheltering them from the world as well, and they're like, whoa, we do gotta take them out.
So maybe instead of reuniting at the gas station, they reunite at Courtesan after some big event. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh my God, Mom and Dad, what are you doing here? It's like, you're our kids. Of course we'd come after you. Who's watching the store? Crazy cousin Ed.
Yeah, and they're like Mick and Tina Power.
Okay. Mick and Tina.
Or no, Max Power and what's like could be maybe AC and DC. AC Power and DC Power. No. Max Power and his wife, Anita Power. Because you need power for your ship. Max and Anita Power.
And their daughters, Gemma Power and Roxanne Power. And
Roxy Power, yeah.
So then there's got to be some climactic thing. So maybe this is how they pay off Gibbons or get away from Gibbons. It's either some event, some thievery, a coliseum.
Pod racing.
Not pod racing, but it could be like a race type thing.
Maybe he fixes his ship, or they have to. Maybe there's been word because they're at the middle of this spaceport in the middle of nowhere, right? So you have these ships coming in saying they've been robbed.
Mm-hmm.
And it leads back full circle with the Gibbons idea, and somehow they identified that because that Gibbons is not the respectful Commodore that we think he is, but he's the space pirate.
Did they root out corruption with the help of the lovable scamp from Courtesan and that Lothcat type creature? Did we name the cat? The cat's name is Vesper. Shout out Vesper.
But that way, you can take down Captain Gibbons. They realize that, leaving the gas station helped the greater good because they were able to take down this pirate, thus helping. I mean, they are going to lose a lot of money on repairs. They were bringing it in.
But this comes full circle with the younger daughter.
And maybe that's a joke, too. Like, the dad's like, we make a lot of money off repairs right now.
A lot of money.
And then they look at their kids, and they're like, we got to do the right thing.
No, we should do that. That's actually a pretty joke. Yeah, so this leads to the younger daughter wanting to go back and being content with her lot in life. And then the lovable scamp comes with her. Because it's not just like an asteroid with just one solitary gas station on it. There's
it's like a
city and everything like that.
Like a little farming town almost.
And then so they can hug.
Because it probably it's like power source. Like the power source is from the rock.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know if this is the original name I came up with. I'm trying to think of it. But it's something like Space Stop 66 or something like that.
That's the name of the movie, Space Stop 66.
Space Stop 66.
Space Stop 66.
Could we make it any harder to say?
Yeah, I think we could. So that's the Architects of Lore. No.
The Architects of Lore original idea, Space Stop 66, where two sisters, Roxy and Gemma, hitchhike from their space station home where they live on a rock that fills up travelers.
It's a rock from Power Source, people. It's connected.
go on an adventure throughout the galaxy.
They end up in the beautiful planet of Cortazon. And they think it's this idyllic city where people are, perfect, manicured, like suits and everything, money's flowing everywhere, and they run into a con man who's actually Commodore Gibbons.
Meanwhile, their parents, Max and Anita Power, go on a journey to find themselves, and they find their daughters, and they leave the store in the hands or tentacles of cousin Ned, who takes care of the shop with no problems. But they realize that they were sheltering their children by not allowing them to leave or taking any vacations, and then also use their knowledge of recent attacks on ships that have been coming into their space stop to reveal that Commodore Gibbons is actually a space pirate.
Well, that's the end of the movie. So during the middle of it, Commodore Gibbons gets Roxy and Gemma to start doing a job for them. They don't realize it's going south until this lovable scamp, Haru, and his lovable loath cat, Vesper, pull them out of danger, and then they go on the run on Cortazon. They start seeing the city for what it really is, a gilded veneer of just a cesspool of corruption. And then we do the whole thing where they help get Commodore, their parents.
Yeah. And then Gemma, Roxy decides to bring the galaxy back to her home, and Gemma decides to bring her home to the galaxy by going out to fight corruption and joining the Galaxy Force, which is like the Peace Corps of the galaxy.
And there's a lot of cool stuff in the middle, like car chases that are also flying and stuff like that, because we got to have a car chase.
And aliens.
A lot of aliens and stuff, and a lot of just lovable, family-friendly adventures, because nobody fucking swears.
No one gets hurt. So that is our original idea. If you like that idea or if you have any comments, feel free to email us at architectsoflore@gmail.com. Please follow us on Instagram at Architects of Lore, TikTok at Architects of Lore, YouTube Architects of Lore, Arc of Lore on X. And next week we have something a little different. Don't we, Zach? Why don't you tell people what we got going on next week?
Yes, we do. Next week, folks, there is no homework. Again, can't stress this enough. You don't have to watch the movies or listen to the podcast. We're funny without it. But next week, there is no homework. There is no movie to watch because it's the end of season 4, Devin. So we all know what that means. It's time for a retrospective and a reckoning.
That's right. We're going to go over our 12 movies that we came up with, starting out with Coachella at 40, Blimp RV, Cross Country with My Cousin, Tokyo Jam. Those are our feel-good comedies, right?
That was a murderer's row lineup. Those are 4 great movie ideas, except I'm not 40.
Our feel-good action and adventure, The Amber Room, Power Source, Burying the Debt, and The Darkness in the Forest.
A lot of our titles mean 2 different things, Devin. Did you know that?
I did. And for our animated feel-good movies, we have Home Sweet Zoo, Jackson's Hole, The Four Stones, and our most original, Space Stop 66. So next week, we're going over all 12 of those Architects of Lore original ideas. I don't know what you're saying under. I can't hear you.
The
when
last
you
one was
mumble.
only created by Devin, and I'm only a developer.
Listen, I don't know where you were going with your idea about a anamorphic star, but I don't know how we're going to explain that. It's going to be burning up.
I don't know the science behind that.
Yeah, and I like to be scientific.
Well, Devin, I believe we've had some listener emails. And this is, of course, that time of the show because we always forget to do it in the banter. And we want to make sure you listen to the end, people. So we do it at the end, your listener feedback.
Did we?
I don't know. I got a text from Nate saying, did you guys comment on with my golf ball numbering situation? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Oh. So I'm clearly doing the 4 for the price of 3 Pro V1X deal. The question is, what number? Do I go for low career round of 75 Do I go for 69? Do I go for the
Nice.
even par number of 72? What does this mean?
He's basically saying he's going to order golf balls, and what number does he go with?
Oh, you can pick whatever number you want?
I guess. So does he go with his career low score, 75? Does he go for 69? Nice. Or does he go for even par, 72? I think he should go for 72. He's got to have a goal to ascribe to, Devin. What do you think?
I think he goes for 75 as a reminder of where he's been and where he needs to go lower then.
But okay. All right, so we're split. So we haven't helped you at all.
I mean, whose answer do you like better, I guess, is the question.
You know what? I think you go with 75. And if actually, you know what? That could be a thing. Devin, get on camera. We need to talk. Ready? This is going to be
Can you tell me what it is so I can be prepared?
Okay, I'm going to go with the hot take that all golf balls should have the number of your lowest round on them so nobody can lie to you. And it's just a pre-programmed thing.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Architects of Lore hot take.
What intro was that? That does bring me to that. This golf ball numbering situation that our Architects of the Lore dedicated listener Nate brought up. What about this idea? We get technology into a golf ball, and as soon as you touch that golf ball, it has your lowest round you've ever shot.
It's like a snitch where
no
it has
more liars. The golf balls are snitches. You gotta pick it up, and it's like your lowest round is an 80. So my golf ball says
touch
80.
on it.
Like a snitch. You pick it
Yeah,
up.
yours is
whatever
gonna
the
say
lowest
101 because you're a liar and you've never gone under 100.
Me?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd like to see what your number is.
80. My lowest round is 80. I've never broken 80. I've been close, but it's 80. Got something to shoot for, people. Trying to go lower than 80. On a real course. Obviously, one that's not par 72. I've been 78, 77, 76. At Westphal, I think I shot a 72 before. But that's a par 67, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
I got a 70 on a par 60. So
You got an 80 on a par 60.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So, listen, this is not a hot take. We will cut this out of the episode. But everybody, thank you for listening. And remember, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please email us at architectsallure, and we will read them on air at the end of the episode. Devin, great to see you.
Architectsallure@gmail.com. You gotta say the whole thing.
Yeah, you're right. Devin,
It's not going up there. I'm specifically not putting it up there now.
Fine. Devin, great to see you as always. Beautiful merch you got on. Who's that sponsor again?
Chestnut Creek Farm. At Chestnut Creek Farm on Instagram.
And where can they get sweet, local, organic produce in a box all year long?
Chestnut Creek Farm.
Thursday through Sunday. Link to their Instagram below. Everybody, thanks for listening. And just remember, if you got a story in your head and you can't seem to get it out,
do it.
Just do it. Because if it sucks, who cares? That's what editing's for. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Now it's time to build the lore
in the Writer's Zoom.
We got upset.
I don't know why you were at. I thought we were gonna go half and half, and then you just jumped out of the tail there. Made me laugh. I'm just saying. Made me laugh.
I think I'm at 3. Possibly 5. But definitely 3, possibly 5. So, just FYI.
This is where the real test is gonna be.
I got 5 to 6 more to play with here. Pretty sure I did it.
I don't think so.
I guess
I'm gonna add some in.
We'll find out in the edit. And you can't add any. This is an honor system thing, Devin.
We shall see.